My iPad has stopped working. Okay, now the iPad is working. Forget my mumbling together. I'm doing a video on the Auckland Nines, the NRL Auckland Nines. It's been going since 2014. The winning side gets $500,000 Australian dollars. There's a prize pot of $2.25 million Australian dollars. There are obviously some changes. There's only 9 players on a pitch rather than 13 to a side. You know, the halves are 9 minutes long. There's a 2-minute half-time period, etc., etc., etc. But it is interesting. There has to be 12 of the 25 players in the squad have to be from the first team. So that means over half of the players involved are not first team regulars that would regularly appear at NRL level. So that's good. There's unlimited interchanges because of the pace of the game. The thing is, what I like about 7s in rugby union and 9s in league is it increases the skill. It makes the players have to be on the ball with their skill set. Because to knock the ball on or to give the ball away is suicide because of the amount of space. It's like 3-on-3 overtime in NHL, ice hockey. It was done to increase scoring and to stop games going to shootout. And in the long run, this obviously improves skill set. It's a great coaching tool as well because then you've got to look at backline moves or your ball carrying forwards who are quite capable of playing in the backs, and then your hooker linking up with your halfbacks, wingers, centres, and fullback. It is a great way to develop skills across the board. And with the success of 7s getting Olympic recognition and doing so well the last 20 years, this is the Rugby League and the NRL are a little bit slow in the take up. However, the rule set is brilliant. It's not a 6 tackle set, it's a 5 tackle set. The sin bins are shorter, there's a drop kick on the halfway if we stop play. There's all sorts of things they've done. I mean, the scrum only takes place after a double knock on, so if you knock the ball on, it's not necessarily a scrum. They have done it in such a way that the game flows better. And then that obviously carries on into the main NRL tournament. The thing is, it's had 4 different winners. Since it began, it's had different winners every time. So it's even more competitive than the main NRL. A lot of diamonds in the rough have been found because of this. A lot of players are now playing in their main NRL teams regularly because of the Auckland Nines. I remember when Charlie Gubb. Now, he wasn't a regular for the New Zealand Warriors, and I do believe he will get more regular time at camp because of their lack of depth in certain positions and injuries. But he first started playing at what we call first grade. He was recognised because of the Auckland Nines. He's a forward. He's a big bloke. But his skill set is that of a back because of the Auckland Nines. Obviously, the Auckland Nines, they were given, till 2019, given 5 years to host. Now, in my eyes, they should take the Nines tournament on the road every year. So each different city gets an opportunity to host this tournament. It's a possibility to explore possibly moving a team also to Perth. For example, it's just an example that I've done a video. Should the NRL go to Perth? And I think they should. And there's a fan base there, so we'll see what happens after 2019. I think that is a good way to dip the toe in the water and see what the reception of fans is over a 2-day period, because that means all 16 sides are playing, plus the 2 women's sides of Australia and New Zealand play each other as well in this competition. So it'll be very, very interesting. People do raise the point of too many matches played, players are getting overused, overplayed, tired, injuries, player welfare, and that is totally understandable. But if you look at the amount of players who are outside the main squad, who are in reserve grade, who have to play, which is over half of the squad, taken to an Auckland Lions tournament has got to be from outside the main squad. So it's fringe players and it's players from reserve grade, and then the feeder teams to the main NRL squad are selected. So in that respect, the NRL players are not getting overworked. Plus, there's unlimited interchanges, so if a player is getting to carry a knock, he doesn't have to play all the time. They can just go straight away. And that's interesting. There are ways that the NRL have organised it, and the rules the rule changes that are there are ingenious. They should possibly bring the double knock-on rule into the main 13 side for the scrums, because that may encourage the pace of the game to improve, and players trying to look after the ball better. They might have to look at. I mean, the interchanges was 6 in 2014. It's dropped to 5. And they keep changing the interchange rule in the main NRL as well. It's down to 8 interchanges for the main 80-minute 13-a-side game. I honestly think we've got to look at the data, but I bet you there's more injuries because of that. But on the same token, you're not going to get a sport perfect. My favourite sport, ice hockey, is far from perfect. But they've done similar things where they've done 3-on-3 overtime, where 3-on-3, including, well, technically 4-on-4 if you include the goalies, are on the ice. So there's only 8 players on the ice at a time. And that has increased the pace of the game in overtime. When the NHL were concerned that there were too many shootouts, it hasn't actually reduced the number of shootouts, surprisingly, because teams adapt. But this tournament can only increase the skill set and help coaches work out, okay, this player, I should be looking more at this player. Where's he been hiding? Why is he not in my main squad? It gives coaches a good dilemma to have. And look, the Roosters won last year. Look how well they did in the regular season and in finals. They finished second in the ladder overall, and they got the semi-finals footy. So it also is a momentum builder. If you can go away from this tournament going, we won that, and then those players have got that winning mentality and they've got a bit of confidence behind them. Even if the main team is a bit, maybe not the best, confidence can go a long way in professional sports. It can drive you to be better. So there is a correlation here. It cannot be, because even when Parramatta won it 2 years ago, and then they got stripped of the title later on due to the salary cap breaches, their form up until they got stripped of points was actually finals football form. They would have got in the top 8. So in my eyes, it does serve a purpose for the main 13-a-side game. But I'll leave that up to you. Please like and subscribe, place your comments below, and tell me how successful you think the Auckland Knights has been. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll have some more videos for you soon.